We're going to select the Sacred Forest. Okay, so let's first put our intention that for today's full moon, that we are going to put our energy for this beautiful full moon and the piles that we need to receive for. So let's see what Spirit has in store for us today. Okay, Spirit, I think I'm going to cut the deck and then pull the first 3 if they feel complete. Okay, Spirit, here we go. Okay, we are going to have pile 1, the Storm Spirit of Chaos, like the Tower card. We're going to have the pile 2 as Toadstools and Growth. And pile 3 is Spirit Guardian of Spring Activation. And we want 4 piles. Yes, we're going to go ahead and do 4 piles. And then look at that beautiful reflecting pool stillness. Okay, so we have our 4 piles. I'm going to go ahead and put crystals on these piles. Let's see what we have. Okay, Spirit, give us a chakra for pile 1. And this could be a good way for them to focus on the energy center of that chakra and the energy correlating with it to see, you know, more releasing since we have our full moon. So we're going to go with the heart chakra over the Storm Spirit of Chaos. And we have the throat chakra over the Toadstools of Growth. We have the root chakra, the sacral chakra, I'm sorry, of pile 3, and for pile 4, of course, and it is going to be the crown chakra, is Storm Spirit Chaos with the heart chakra. Pile 2 is Toadstools Growth with the throat chakra. Pile 3 is Spirit Guardian of Spring Activation with the sacral chakra. And Reflecting Pool Stillness is the crown chakra. So there are our 4 piles. Go ahead and pause if you'd like to choose your pile right now, or meet me in the Reiki energy portion if you'd like to go into that meditation. We'll be pulling in full moon energy, of course, and I will see you there. All right, welcome to the Reiki energy portion of today's Pick a Pile. We're going to bring in the energy of our full moon, the wolf full moon for the month of January. And then this full moon is in the energy of Cancer, but it also can be seen in the energy of Gemini. We also have, with respect to the full moon Cancer, that we have Uranus energy and Mercury energy as well. So there is, with the Cancer, definitely more emotions being heightened today. And obviously this time period going through to our new moon, which is on the 21st. So we have the Cancer energy of emotions, and we have the energy of communication. So being very mindful that emotions might be, you know, running high, different situations, and that we also have the area of our home, our family. We have the area of comfort. So maybe we feel that we might need to have a little bit more comfort over these next couple weeks, more of that. I'm going to cozy up for us in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to cozy up with a blanket, and I'm going to, just feel really like warm with spirit. And then maybe in the Southern Hemisphere, if you're listening from the Southern Hemisphere, since you're in the opposite season, what type of comfort and warmth can you bring? You know, you're having beautiful sun and warm days, and maybe your exercise and the way to bring yourself more comfort through this full moon would be to maybe sit out in the sun. I like to sometimes just, stand in the sun, or sit if you have a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and just let that sun kiss your body, warm it, and just really melt into it. And just to feel so present in that moment is really, really healing and will bring that comfort. The other messages with this full moon, and this has been something that we've been talking about in the previous pick-a-piles, are the energies of 10-10 and the 12-12, but especially with the 10-10, it's getting out of the comfort zone. And so the energy of this full moon will also help you to have that adventure. You're going to want to explore and to be more free with yourself, take more risks, and just also, again, open communication, being very weary of having a very emotional conversation without grounding yourself first. So that's the energy of the full moon, and we'll see what comes through with this little Reiki energy meditation type of part for us. So if any of you have not picked your pile yet and would like to use this time to have your pile kind of revealed to you, or more than one pile, then being very open and just letting that come to you, and letting your intuition, which again, to also say if I didn't say it, with the full moon being in Cancer, in that emotion, intuition, so being very aware of your intuition, ground yourself because of the heightened emotions, and then be very, very connected to your intuition. Be very open and trusting of your intuition, and listen to the messages that are coming through for you. They might be very, very healing in some emotional relationships from the past type of energy. Again, there's so many different things with this full moon that it could be coming and bringing you that energy of feeling more adventurous and taking more risks and starting the new beginning and going for it, feeling really confident, but then also being aware of the energy coming off of the last new moon, which is don't be too overconfident, or the energy of greed or excess. So keeping all of those things in mind, and let's go in with Spirit now. So thank you, Spirit, very much for being here with us. We're just going to take a couple deep breaths. We're going to come into this space that we are in right now, in the room, in the chair or bed, or wherever you are, feeling your physical body on that seat cushion or the floor, whatever it is. Again, coming into being one with that chair, that item, fabric, whatever it might be that you feel yourself physically attached to, physically connected to, I should say. And breathing in and expanding your energy, your physical body energy, expanding it with each breath, allowing for yourself to relax and to ground with each breath, knowing that you are sending your breath and sending your energy down to be connected with Mother Earth, to feel very grounded and rooted, connected, and open to receive her unconditional love and her beautiful support, and wanting to shower all of the good things down upon you. So opening up your cord, your channel, your connection, just knowing that intention. I am allowing my energy to be open to Mother Earth. I am grounded and I am open to receive. Open to receive, as well as I have this beautiful ability to use this connection to release. So being in the full moon, let us take this opportunity in the beautiful deep breaths that you are taking right now to really wholeheartedly release. Oh, good chills on that. Just release. A lot of us, we don't need to analyze and go through each different layer in order to release. We can just say, I know that there is energy within me that is not serving me. It is not for my highest and my best. I am able to receive the lessons, the intuition, the insight, the guidance that I needed from that, and I can just release it. So some of us it's just a matter of you're at this point in time where it's just drop it. You know, you have looked at it, you have understood the lesson, you have received this beautiful insight and intuition and guidance from your higher self and your team and all that is here to support you and guide you. So you've already done a lot of the work, and now it's just this confirmation for you that it is time to just drop it. We don't have to overanalyze. We don't have to go through all of it. We just are at this point with our beautiful deep breath, a nice cleansing exhale. We just release it. We send it back to Mother Earth, to universe, to source, to whatever you see that as, and let it transmute back to love. You know, we don't have to fear of releasing energy that it's like, I don't want to release because then I'm sending out my yucky, negative, stuff out into wherever. And we can help ourselves. We can reassure ourselves that, of course, Spirit, Universe, God, Source, Creator, Mother Earth, however you see it, absolutely 100% knows how to transmute whatever negative thought or energy or anything that is, a trauma block or anything that has been in the past, that absolutely this energy is able to be released from you. You do not have to hold on to it. It is time. For a lot of us, it's beyond time going into this beautiful new year of 2023. There is so much ascension and awakening here for you. And I'm hearing there a lot of us in all of these pick-a-piles, all the groups that you're going to choose, that we're all at this point in this time of, just being alive, just being on this planet at this time of great spiritual awakening for a great number of people. So it is a beautiful year to step up into your higher knowing of who you are, and to release all of those doubts and fears and worries and self-sabotage and all of the things that we usually go back to because they feel comfortable to us. And so we go back to what we know, and we forgive ourselves each time, and it's okay because we are powerful and we can keep choosing again. And it really is, I choose again. I forgive myself and I choose again. I get right back up, and my grandmother's favorite quote, I pull myself up by my bootstraps, and I keep on going. I persevere, but I persevere in positivity, in faith, in trust that I am absolutely provided for, that I do have everything available to me. Is it absolutely 100% easy to always choose to stay in that higher sense of who we are, the higher consciousness of knowing our soul and knowing our path? Oh, when these, like the full moon is bringing up emotional conversations, emotional things that are there to reveal themselves to us, because there is growth. There is opportunity for growth there for us. There is opportunity for a deeper knowing of yourself. This is a beautiful time. It's January 6th, 2023. It is just about the peak of the full moon as we are recording this and in the energy of this. So I am feeling very palpable energy where I could touch it type of energy. It is so strong, and it is, I wish we could, it's like smell-o-vision. I wish I could give you that, I wish you could really feel, I know some of you can, how expansive and crazy good that this year is. And I thought that, it's funny, I thought that of 2020, oh my God, it's the magic of 2020. And then with 2022, I thought, oh, yay, 22 is going to be so much smoother and easier. And for me, it was just one of the biggest personal growth years of my life, of absolute change. I mean, I say this being a widow and a divorcee and a single mom and all of the things, these have been huge, huge, huge life changes for me when those different chapters happened. It just so happens that 2022 for me again, in a personal year growth type of way, which I won't go in all to right now, is just, it was identity. It was really this choice of identity and who I am. And so I feel like that would definitely be something that would resonate with a lot of us as to 2022 being the year of choosing our identity and choosing the path before us. And is it going to be one where we dive deep into our truth and into our courage and just go for it, go for all the things that are that potent, tangible feeling of what this year is, what is available to us this year, if we so choose. So we are at a beautiful time to release, to see that everything that was not really serving us absolutely can stay in 2022. And that shedding of ourselves, that like snake skin that, we kind of just leave behind in 2022, and we move forward in our higher knowingness and the courage again to know that and to be that and to live that. And then when we have those moments of perseverance, we know that that's who our soul is. We know that no matter what, when life brings us these crazy years where we have to completely revamp our identity and step into a whole new way of being, that we do it in that power of knowing self, of knowing our connection to higher self and whatever resonates for us there. And then to know that we have this inner strength that always will come out if, again, it's our choice to let it come out and to see it and to go, yes, that's true. That's true for me. I have that within me. I will persevere. I will choose to be bold and to be brave in this year ahead, and to choose the risks and the new opportunities, and to do it in joy and in a fun, youthful, adventurous curiosity for life. And I will be very mindful of my day, of where my energy and my thoughts are, and where I am in my empowered sense of self throughout the day. So, okay, all of that being said, let's just take a couple more deep breaths. Really good energy work that is definitely being done, that if you're energy sensitive, you probably are feeling it. To me, is feeling very tingly. So there feels like sparks of energy of, if I were to clap my hands, which I won't do right now for those of you, it would be that like that sound, that two things coming together, creating that energy. So this is the energy clearing and releasing that you are experiencing right now. Just open to it, say yes to it, open to it, say yes to it, go more, go more, go more, go further with it. I always used to think that was so weird if I was in a meditation and I would hear that. But if you really allow yourself, if you really expand and just allow and say, yeah, there's always more. I can expand even bigger, even further, even more open, even more connected to something beyond that feels so tingly and electric, and that things are sparking and happening. Whew, and I am open to it. I am open, I am open, I am open. I am open to receiving all that the universe and Mother Earth and God's source energy, all that I am here to receive, and as abundant if I'm going to allow myself to be. So what are we choosing? How open, how allowing are you right now? How expansive are you right now? And do you choose to keep going further? And just lift it up to your team and say, I'm still in this. Like, even after I pull out of this energy, after I pull out of this, pick a card, and after I'm going about my day, it is still so strong. So it is the energy that I choose to be in all day, to feel grounded, to feel connected, to feel centered and balanced, and to choose who I really am, and to let go, and to see that snake skin had gone and shed, and that you are fresh and you are new and you are strong and you will persevere, and you absolutely have the courage within you. Choose it, see it, know it, and then be it. I know that sounds so easy. It's the choices we make. It's the homework we make in the day to come back to our breath, come back to our soul, come back to our truth, and just keep shedding away as you need to. And just saying, you know, a lot of us, again, don't need to do all of the work. That was definitely a program for me. I had to do so much work. It had to be, you know, I wasn't ever done. But it can be the choice that you see it as done. You see it as complete. And then, you know, if little reminders come up, it's already complete. It's already whole. It's already good. So I'm just going to breathe. I'm just going to let it, you know, feel it. Never deny the emotions and feelings. They are the symbols and the signs. They are the information clue. And we discover more behind that clue. So feel it, don't deny it, and then just breathe it through. And you are that powerful. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for all that beautiful energy, for all those beautiful messages that we needed to hear. I'm feeling a big release. So if somebody is feeling tears coming up, girl and boy and whoever, just let those tears shed, let them flow, let them fly through you. It's healing, it's purifying, it's, oh God, it's so strengthening. So we might have cried sad tears in the past. We might have been in an energy of grieving and mourning, and but these feel like we can shift them into such happy tears, because it's the knowingness of that healing. It's the knowingness of our growth and of our expansion. And it's just so beautiful that tears of emotions are coming up from that as well. So I honor all of you. I am holding space and the energy. I'm sending that up to my team and all of the teams that we have here together, helping us and working for our highest and our best. Ooh, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy with these groups. So let's dig in. Let's go right into pile 1. So thank you, Spirit. We're going to, again, just ground, putting ourselves in a beautiful bubble of light, super protective, and we are able to stay in this bubble all throughout our day. And we will get the signs and the symbols to show us when we need to maybe enforce it. And get back into that bubble and strengthen it. So thank you. Okay, here we go. Okay, welcome in pile 1, and we are going to pull tarot first. So we are with pile 1 for Storm Spirit Chaos, and this is on January 6, 2023 Spirit. It is the energy of the full moon. Oh, if you have not listened to the energy portion, there was a lot of good messages there. So I would say definitely you might want to take a listen. And then also, before we get into it, I am offering personalized readings. And of course, since we're in the new year, it would definitely be fun to do a theme to see what the energies of the new year are for you as well, for a more personalized reading. If you are interested in that, the link will be in the description. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so here we go, Spirit. We've got pile 1, Storm Spirit, Chaos. We have the heart chakra. We have the energy kind of the Tower. Let's see what else Spirit has for you. Okay. All right. And then let's also pull. Okay, so those two kind of came out together. I'm also going to take from this Archangels angel energy deck here. So let's see. These are a little harder to shuffle. So we have pile 1 Spirit, the messages of the angel realm coming through for pile 1. What messages here of this full moon? Okay, thank you. And then we also have this energy, and this is the, what do I have here? You are the sacred forest, so you are the spell casting. Okay, so this is the spell casting deck. Thank you. Yeah, I thought this would be fun for the full moon. So pile 1, Spirit, pile 1, full moon. Let's get this a good shuffle in here. Okay, pile 1's energy. What messages does pile 1 need to hear for this full moon energy? Okay, one more. Okay. And then I also wanted to pull from the shadow deck. So pile 1, what shadow energy might be coming up for pile 1 to be working through. And then we have the Moonology and the small little guys here. So let's see what moon energy, since we are all about the connection and the moon this beautiful January 6th. So let's see here. What moon message for pile 1? Come on, pile 1. Do you have a moon message? Let's see. Oh, okay. We do. It wanted to fly out. So we will turn those over as they come. All right. Let's see. Oh, I wanted one more. I wanted to also pull a sacred geometry. So let's just see what else we have here. Pile 1 spirit, sacred geometry, messages for pile 1. Okay. Magnify. There we go. On a beautiful full moon. Okay, so let me organize a little bit better than what I have going on here for you all. Let's see, we'll probably... All right, pile 1, let's dig in. So these two came out together. We're going to leave them for a second as we start to turn over. Okay, we have spirit coming in with storm and chaos, like the Tower card, I would say shifting things, and then right away you get the 6 of Wands. So you're getting the victory, and okay. And then we have these two. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's see. I want to see what else this story is here. So we've got new beginnings and blessings and the 6 of Wands. Okay, this seems like we need to do a little discovery here of why we're not maybe using our intuition and our creative forces right now and really celebrating ourselves. See what else Spirit has to tell me about that. Oh, I got chills. Okay, definitely career here for you, pile 1. So yeah, the Queen of Wands and the Moon are in reverse with the 4 of Wands. So there's feeling here. This is definitely career, but this is trying to show you of how creative and how, especially, and you're coming from the heart chakra and you're really opening the heart chakra, that you have, you know, the pig's flying and he's levitating, and you know, there's just magic. There's just beautiful, complete magic in this card. So why are you denying your own magic is what I'm hearing. And you work hard. You put the effort in. So what else do we need to hear? And I'm sorry if you hear the little bit of reverb off of my big crystal sound bowl. So sorry if that, I just noticed myself. So some special sensitive ears might hear it. Okay, so we have animals, we have freedom, we have career, and we have magnify. Okay, then we also have in the shadow, deception. Deception can have long-term effects on a person's soul. However, we need to be more careful about those we place our trust in. Not everyone deserves this respect. And so could that be where this chaos and this breaking down, like the Tower energy, the breaking down of something around you, maybe revealed also the deception to you. So some of you might have been already aware of the deception and it became that much clearer. And then some, it was through this breaking down of something, it was revealed. And then it was a shock of, oh boy, this is what we have on our hands. So this little, looks like a crescent moon to me, waxing crescent 4. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. So radical radical self-love, right? Like you're going to go all in. It's going to be immersive, and you just really need to exist and be in this, you know, because the victory is here, and new opportunities, new beginnings and blessings. And again, this is the energy too of this full moon, that there are opportunities when you step out of your comfort zone. This whole card is about being outside of the box, stepping out of that, and then look at the victory. They're really trying to show you that there is success. That is the Six of Wands. There is success. There is victory. You're probably seeing, as this card is also showing it to you in this way. So a lot of you, the career, and I'm getting chills on this, could be actually being in front of people and putting yourself out there on the socials, you know, just being more outside. And the reason I giggle there is because this is the story of me too, of like, it's safe. It's safe when it's like, you know, you can just kind of play in your own way. But then when you keep hearing the calling of spirit to go bigger and to go in front of the socials when you are an introvert and don't really enjoy that space, it can feel very debilitating of, I am not in my Queen of Wands energy. I am not in this, you know, magical flow and just letting her light. Look at all the beautiful light. You know, she's dimming her light. She's not listening to her intuition. She's not seeing what's below the surface. She's not looking at the law of duality, polarity, you know, all of these that are just that, like, of course I have the shadow, right? We have to have the shadow and the light. We can't deprive those shadow aspects. We can't just say, you know, oh, we can only be the light. We can only be positive. We can only be this. It doesn't work that way. It's not the way that the universe works. We just know that. We know that we have to start to see and love and accept really wholeheartedly into all of us, the mind, the body, the spirit, all of us, these things. So maybe we've deceived ourselves. Maybe in the past we have deceived others, and there is a level of shame and guilt, and that just needs to be healed. You know, the person you are in this day, in this moment, and who you're showing up in this day is not who you were in the past. And so you have to forgive that and allow for the current version of you, where you know self and you know that you are in the light and aware, right? When we're in our heart chakra, we're aware, we're very open. And I love that this is also green, heart chakra, green, heart chakra. So there is a lot here of open up your heart. First, forgive yourself. Know that you have to, there is a message here that you are to open your heart and your light and shine that very, very brightly for a lot of people to see. So there is a lot of, because this has a lot to do with career and work, and you possibly are working with the spirit realm. I feel like this is more like totems. So probably working with spirit animals. A lot of you might also really relate to working as, you know, with physical animals, but I also am sensing that a lot of you are tuning into your higher powers of connection, of divine, and it can be a little like, you know, other people can do it, or other people, you know, that's for them. But, you know, I don't really know how to connect with animal totems and, you know, all of the rest, but I'm actually wanting you to know and rediscover that part of your soul where you have spoken to animal spirit and angel spirit. You know, we're calling also with the archangels and the angel realm in. So your soul has been very connected, but you are holding yourself in a cage and not seeing that part of yourself and not letting it shine, not celebrating it for sure. So you know self, you know, again, the both aspects of yourself. We can always love upon our shadow aspect. It does not mean that the choices that you made in the past are going to be the choices that you make in this day and age when you are an awakened soul, when you are coming from an open heart of compassion, of empathy. it's very hard to do things of deception that you might have done in the past when you might not have been awakened. You might have been more closed off. You might have been more affected by the programs of society and the things around you that led to that. Are we trying to just, give ourselves a complete pass? No, of course we have to look at that. We have to forgive that. We're not, bypassing anything, that lovely little term. We're honestly doing the work. But the message that came up in the energy reading was a lot of us have been doing this work. And so you've been looking at the shadow, you've been looking at the old, but you're not accepting where you currently are in this moment. And this is where we really need radical self-love. Bring it all together, the mind, the body, the spirit, knowing self from that place, and then letting that magnify this freedom. Look at the white doves. Letting the spirit soar, letting your awakening continue. And that was another big message that needed to be heard by all of the groups, that we are in this 2023 January, the beginning of this year, and we are all meant to go into a very open, shining our light. Look at this beautiful orb of light, and really, being in our magic, being in the things that we can't see. A lot of us, say, oh, we can't see those things. But to us, when we are in the awakened and are, intuitive and our most powerful, we can see it just like it's physical. We can know it just like it's something I can touch. So very, very powerful message here for you, pile 1. And again, I just am going to recap what I'm hearing is it is a time to celebrate yourself. That there is, if you are in doubt, there is many, many messages that there are many blessings of success, of victory. When we turn these around and we trust in our intuitive self, we forgive and bring into balance the shadow as well as our light. And we start to use that magic, celebrate it, shine it out, and be in that. And then, these messages, again, there's a big portion of you, pile 1, that are in a intuitive helping mission type of role. So there's healing work. So there's a great feeling of spirit awakening in letting our soul be free and talking to the different realms. I'm also now getting head pressure. So the minute that I said that, some of you who are feeling it right in your head, I want you to breathe in. I want you to breathe into that head space. Put your hand over your temple, wherever you feel it. Yeah, see, the dove just appeared to me in this card too. You are a spiritual awakened soul. You have an intuition that you have used well before this moment. Let go and release and heal all of the past words, feelings, judgment, being around things that just felt icky, and holding self back from being an open, intuitive self because of those different things. So again, in this moment, we're going to bring in our heart. We're going to love. We're just going to love. We're just going to open, feel love, bring in more love. Unconditional love for self. Unconditional love for all that brought us to this space, to this moment in time. Good. Another deep breath of healing there. Yes, we open again, just like these two beautiful dogs, sometimes wolves, however they're appearing. But they are to resemble, to represent the both sides. Having that, being that, allowing that to be present with you, knowing and accepting. It's like they used to say you had the good angel and the little devil on your shoulder. We don't look at it like that. They're not a negative and a positive. It's all positive. It's the way that you see it. It's the way that you can grow in your soul because of these things. Yeah, are they crappy? Do we want them to happen all the time? No, but they're going to happen because this is life. We're human. We're here on earth to learn, to expand, to live, to be, to experience, to go on adventures, to take risks, to jump into those new beginnings, because our soul won't grow and expand without pushing ourselves beyond the box, out of our comfort zone, to remember our magic, to remember who we are, and then bust out of the cage that is keeping that trapped. So many messages here for you, pile 1. 1 second. Let me just tune in for those that didn't necessarily resonate with this career being in the intuition and so forth. Can you show me, is there any other messages there, Spirit? I do see the moons again. Well, this isn't necessarily a moon, but it's showing me the moon. We have the moon phases. So let me just tune in 1 second. Okay. So the message then for pile 1, if you're not necessarily resonating or tapping into the career, the energy, the focus of your work, of your service, of being in that, helping souls break free into their truth and to who they are in their power, I'm hearing that the message is also, you are here to expand bigger than where you are currently in your career. So there's still a caging yourself in, I'm only at the glass ceiling because I know I can break through. I know I have it within me to break through, but I'm holding myself stuck. I'm holding myself in this, I've got to work hard. And I need to just be more free and remember that there's not silly questions. There's not silly ideas. Something might seem so completely like crazy and wild, but those are the things to try because there's no harm in trying them. There's, beautiful creations of magic that can happen. Is every single solitary thing probably going to, come to fruition and be that right exact thing? No, because again, it's a lesson of learning. So we're going to have moments of things that we create that are like, okay, that one, yeah, I had fun with it, but this one is the one that's really right now in the moment. It doesn't mean that one was bad or wrong, or it definitely could come back around again in the right moment when it's connected in the right space of time, frequency, vibration, ascension, and so forth. So power of pile 1, let's call it. The power of pile 1 is definitely you are already abundant and successful, and you already have this within you. It just is. So let's accept, just like we are accepting of our dark and our shadows and whatever is there in the past and all of that. We need to be accepting of, we have to be accepting of our limitations in order to clear them, I'm hearing. So again, the energy and the message that came through is we don't want to push our thoughts and our emotions and our feelings into a box because we think like, oh, I don't have time to deal with that, or it's not, really pertaining or whatever. But absolutely, we have to see it. We have to allow it to be present with us so that we can accept it. We can allow it to be here, and then it moves. It transmutes very quickly. It does whatever it needs to do instead of denying it. So our perspective of it is very important, that we don't see it as a negative and a positive. It's all positive. It's just, they're not always the happiest, but there's definitely still, there's still good things if we choose to see them. It's still of a positive if we choose to see it. Now, of course, there's going to be many of an example that people are not in the space and time where they're ready to see it like that. And that's fine. There's always healing. It's always an opportunity. It's an opportunity that you have to choose. You have to want it. You have to want to be in this space and choose that freedom and choose whatever that looks like for you. So I get it. There's a lot we could unpack with that, but I think you really get where the message is going and the guidance is going, and, the spiritual teaching in that. So good energy, pile 1. Grounding, releasing all of the times and whatever of the shadow of just loving it and knowing that those parts of us serve us because they are reminders. There are memories there. There is a feeling there. So there is something for us to look back on and see and go, okay, I see that. And then this is the new blessing. This is the new beginning. This is the new choice I can make. So it's still within me. How am I using it as my benefit instead of as a hindrance, as a, something tied and holding me back? You have the choice to alchemize it, to transmute it, to change it. And it usually is always going to start with your choice of perspective. So, okay. Whew. All right. Spirit sent me on a little bit there. I hope that was clear in the end. And let me just tune in to see if this feels complete. Okay, it does. So thank you very much for all of the energy here, Spirit. There is a lot. So no, I'm still releasing a lot. You're going to keep releasing and keep choosing, keep releasing what we need to release and keep choosing radical self-love. I'm going to love all the parts of myself. I'm going to bring all of them together and I'm going to hone in all of my power and my light. And I'm now going to come from this freedom space of look at the joy, look at this magical, and this is the bubble, this is the protective bubble that we were expressing, let's say, in the energy reading portion, which is you are protected. You get to choose this every day, all day, and just to lovingly have the reminders when it feels like, oh, wait, my bubble is not there. I didn't really, put my energy into the bubble today and to really be in that space, that I am protected, that I am shining my light, that I can be in joy, that I can balance out all of these other parts, and that I am aware if there's others that are trying to be deceptive around me. Because again, we come through our heart chakra. So we are able to say whatever we need to say because it comes through love. We're not coming from, the, I want to attack. We're coming from the open heart of wanting to, see the best in everybody and have the best for everybody. But we also aren't naive. We know that there could be deception there. And when we see it, we're going to be in our protective bubble, hold our boundary really, really awesome and firm, and use our power, use those words and whatever needs to come through us, and take action from that higher and intuitive space. So, and really, really celebrate that and be in it and shine that. So I'm going to leave them like this because this is what you get to choose. Radical self-love, healing, bringing everything into balance, into acceptance, and into allowance. And then as it shall be. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you got something out of this, I would love if you would do a like, subscribe, a comment. This channel I am pouring all of my love into because I am stepping out and to be more in the sharing in the bigger way. And sometimes it can feel really, really scary. So I am stepping boldly with you. This is the year of just really enjoying it and having fun with it. And so I invite you to be a part of this community with me. And if you are interested in any different services, readings, meditations, anything that I do personalized for you, again, that link is below. So thank you so much for being here with me, Pile One. I honor you. I implore you to see you because they're helping you see this is who you are. You can balance this work mode with this celebratory shining mode because it comes, through your essence. You're not trying to hide her or come from this other belief of gotta work hard, work hard, work hard. You get to learn how to play so that you're working hard, but it doesn't feel like you're working hard at all because it's coming through enjoyment and bliss and connected divine energy. And you get to immerse yourself and be in that and then share that and shine that. So I see you, Pile One. I honor you. I hold so much space for you. Know that the teams are continuing to help you release and heal what needs to be healed and to bring in this empowerment, embody it, and know in the day-to-day what you need to do to stay from that space and break free and let yourself be completely divinely connected and magnify. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful reading for you. So thank you so much for letting me be with your energy in this space, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, Pile 1. All right, welcome in Pile 2. You have toadstools with growth, and you have the throat chakra. So let's go right into picking tarot for you, Pile 2. So Pile 2 energy spirit, let's get a good shuffle going. Pile 2, we have this full moon energy, January 6th. It's the new year, new expansion. And what messages, okay, what messages are here for Pile 2? Pile 2 spirit. Okay, let me just do a little, okay. And that one too. And then let's go with one more. Okay. All right. We're also going to pull from the angel. This is like an archangel. What do I have here? Healing with the Angels is this deck. Healing with the Angels for Pile 2. Healing with the Angels. Thank you, Spirit. Pile 2. What messages does Pile 2 have? Okay. One more. We stick together. Another one, please, Spirit. This guy. Okay. All right. And we also have spell casting. So some fun spell casting energy. Pile 2 for the new moon and January 6th, 2023, starting of the new year. One more, Spirit. One more. They all want to come for you, Pile 2. Okay, we're going to have a lot of messages, I feel like, here. So Pile 2. Okay. All right, we're going to go with all three. So we're going to turn that together. Okay, then we also have the shadow. So we have the shadow energy for Pile 2. Okay. And we have the moon energy for Pile 2. Got two of those for you. And we also have one more, which is the sacred geometry. So sacred geometry energy, what message is here for Pile 2? What message is for Pile 2? Okay, Spirit is having fun playing with, do we want one more? One more for Pile 2. Okay, one more. There's a lot of energy here with you, Pile 2. So I feel like a lot of different, like where Pile 1 kind of had, you know, main same energy. I feel like your pile might have some interesting messages. So a lot of messages here. Okay, let's make it a little neater. Oh, let me first tune in. Clearing my space, clearing. Okay, so we've got the Chariot with growth. So fast growth, fast action. This is also like emerging from underneath. You could feel emerging from a low depth. You could feel like you're emerging from where it could have felt maybe dark and confusing and a little cold, and you're starting to come out of like coming out of that soil, having that like seedling starting to grow and come out. And it feels like there's a message here that there is growth that's been happening that could have felt very dark and confined, and now you feel like you're coming out. It's not as dark, it's not as heavy. It's maybe a little bit lighter. Maybe there was a lot of dark, heavy healing that happened for a good part of you, pile 2. And then we have fast action here. So we have some fast movement coming in, and we also have the Page of Cups. So it feels like we have some fast movement into growth, and then especially into imaginative growth, using your intuition, really being in your creative, thinking outside of the box energy. And this also came up in pile 1. So if some of you are drawn into that message and you feel like pile 1 is also there for you, this is definitely expanding, bigger, much bolder too, I feel like. So let's keep going. And we've got the 3 of Cups. Okay. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the 5 of Swords. Okay. So has there been a group of something that you've been around that has been holding you back from really having that desire to grab that new opportunity? And again, this is like the seedling coming out. So it feels like this could have been from people around you, a work environment around you. This is, of course, could speak of if you're feeling really blocked. Just again, those kind of like programs of society and the way that, we weren't really ever taught to, go for this. It was more of like, there's worries, there's fears, you got to always be planning for the glass half empty. We've got just a lot of, people kind of coming at us, like coming at us from different angles. And so, of course, if this is where our focus and this is what's been around us, then this is very hard to allow to be free and to tap into, because we're so judging self and hearing all of these other thoughts that aren't really our own. So just having maybe a lot of competition, or this feeling of being attacked from people that are supposed to be around you in your group and so forth, where it's supposed to be supporting you, where you're supposed to be feeling like, I should be, my Page of Cups, imaginative, open heart coming from my soul, but I'm not naturally supported in that. So if I get this feeling like an opportunity is coming up for me, I turn away from it. I don't go forward. I don't go towards it. I kind of still stay stuck in that deeper, heavier kind of, which is the 5 of Swords, this like heavy, not a very uplifting, and where you feel like, I'm hearing the word bountiful. Like, I can't see my bounty if this is what's happening around me. I can't see that I can scoop it up with my hands and receive it for myself, because of whatever something is around you. Yeah, it feels external. Okay, so let's see what else the message is here. Okay, so we have celebration. Yep. And then we had body care. Okay, so both kind of coming up in the reverse, even though this isn't necessarily a reverse deck, but I would say let's also pay attention to that. Also, another message in pile 1 was not celebrating this part of ourselves. And also the message of pile 1 was we needed radical self-care to mind, body, and spirit. So some of you might be feeling pulled into pile 1 as well. So again, I'm seeing the moon message that was in pile 1 as well, that is saying, boy, pile 2, have you been feeling so that like you can't even see the light of the moon? We can't, because we feel so buried and dark and in despair in the past and look, the 44 message too. Yeah, that's like the messages from spirit, and that support, because that's how I see the number 4, is like that's your team of support there. Angels are with you. You are supported. You have got this. Whatever you want to, charge towards and go for is within you. And we're here to help you. We're here to help shine that light where you can see. So I feel like you were being held back from being able to see. This really reminds me of the moon card, of the reflection, and then being able to see what's underneath and to use our intuition. So celebrate the uniqueness. Let go of these old, I hear like people, this comparison thing to others. No, you don't, honey. You don't compare, because you are very, very unique. So, I mean, look at how gorgeous she still is. She might have felt like, hey, I came out of this, depth of the soil and I emerged this amazing, colorful, bright, magical toadstool that life gets to, stay safe underneath or explore up on top and have fun jumping on the toadstool. So look at her beauty, even though she's been through some stuff. You can see that she's been through some stuff. But there is butterflies and nature and growth happening. Like, she is the growth, right? She is this growth. So you are the growth. It is possible to have fast action towards that when you just wholeheartedly, wild abandonment, go into this and stop whatever is holding you back from knowing it's yours to pluck. You've already been growing. You've already had this. So it is absolutely within your fingertips. But we wholeheartedly dive into this. Okay, let's see what other messages we have here. Oh, another pile one message with animals. We have finding of ourselves, finding of our divine, finding of our spirit, finding of our transformation, finding of our colors. Letting our colors shine. Okay, and these three that came together, oh, gorgeous. Okay, these both came in pile one, and so did you, and this in the kind of moon message as well. So, interesting here. We have love, we have protection, and we have career. So, there is... If this area of career is where you have these people that have not been supportive and, leading you, being the cheerleaders for you so that you know that this is possible and is waiting for you. It's there. It's already growing. It's waiting for you. So, and two, with her, like, this is like the Empress card, she is creating, she is birthing. And then this is that beautiful energy that I connect to when we're in our energy portions. Always I am connecting into Mother Earth, because she is protection. She is the support, the cheerleader, the protector, the giver. She's all the things. And so we need to first love upon these aspects of ourselves that are different, accept that we are not in this group of, the things that I guess, should seem similar. We're not. We stand out. We're beautiful. We're divine. We have a connection with pile one, connection to being able to connect with the mystic totem spirit realm, as well as the angels and so forth. So you have this finding of yourself, but it really feels like we're coming into who we are as like our most colorful, our most... Stop depriving yourself of adjectives towards yourself. Like, there's so many beautiful adjectives that you could use towards yourself that are colorful and beautiful and divine and transformative and intuitive and goddess and warrior and, angelic. There's so many. There's so many. So love, love, love upon who you are and pulling that into the colors out of the darkness, because it is truly, truly colorful. Okay, so this is the shadow deck. And so your shadow card is speechless. When you cannot find your own words to express how you feel, find an alternative way to communicate. What you have to say is important for others to hear. Okay, so this really is, if you've lost your voice because of whatever has been around you, and then you lost that power to claim what is yours, I think a big exercise I'm hearing for you is standing in front of the mirror. I know I've done it myself. It's scary work sometimes, especially when you have felt that you were in, dark despair, to look at yourself and look at your beautiful eyes, looking into your soul, and say those adjectives, own it, love upon it. You are safe, you are protected to be this very unique, very creative, very imaginative, very intuitive and emotional and special, unique. We need these. We need all of the colors of the rainbow. And we can't, I hate to say, we can't be boring. And are you trying to put yourself into some boring category because it's well, that's what I was told, or that's the shoulds, that's where I should be. And I should be thinking this about myself and so forth. Whew, okay. That's a good release. Okay. So release on that. Then we have our 2 moons. Oh, gorgeous moons. Look at those beautiful moons. So we have the micro moon, which is actually today's full moon. Today's full moon in January, the wolf moon, is actually a micro moon. And you, pile 2, have the divine energy of this full moon to help you let go of the anxieties of others. And this is exactly, I love it so much. Okay, so this is the message. You have energies around you. It is not your own. It is time to use your voice for the truth that you know and speak it to yourself. Own it by looking in your soul and letting it, because there is power in the vibration of speech. So they're very clear with that one. And then this one is the waning gibbous moon. I am curious about my true nature, and I seek to understand myself. I seek to allow these colors of who I am in my vibrant, beautiful being of what I'm creating here on earth. And the interesting thing is I'm not getting too many messages about your career. It's just to say, I think that this energy has something to do around possibly the people with your career, or, who you've maybe idolized and looked up to, and that there was something that you're like, oh, that's not exactly what I thought it was. And they maybe are the naysayers and the judging of those who are able to be strong and powerful and bold in their uniqueness. So having that around you could definitely have held this into that dark zone and not let it come out and not let it shine and not have a voice at all, because we were listening and judging and not even seeing ourselves and seeing our soul within that. So, okay. Sacred geometry, unlimited possibility and judgment. So let's judge ourselves in the loving, beautiful Empress, Mother Earth, loving upon yourself so unconditionally and so beautifully, to be beautiful with self. That's the message of the Empress, to see the beauty in this, see the beauty in this lesson of having this around you and the judgment, and see what you can change in this area. There's something other here too. And this might be where I was saying there's a lot of complex messages here for pile 2, because there's a lot of, obviously the same message, but then this career, let me just tune in for a second. Whatever this area is, whatever this field is, or, let's say the group or something that you can kind of see, I feel they're showing me, if I can put the symbols and all together the right way of what I'm seeing, is that you have been surrounded in this, and there could be a beautiful, divine energy that you bring forth to heal this space and to create so that it is a supportive space, so that people can really step in to their boldness and their uniqueness and have that voice, letting go of everybody else's stuff and being really super curious about your truth of your soul and understanding yourself. And oh my goodness, the journey that takes you on, because it is a traveling journey. There is some travel movement here for you. So some of you also, I hear, probably for, a smaller group of you, pile 2, but I do hear that you are looking to travel. And in the next month or two, that this traveling is also going to bring you into balance of being able to see the shadow and see the power of who you are, and bringing that through. So there could be a really healing, enlightening, awakening to your beautiful divine love to self and so forth, and the connection and what comes through as you're on this. So that's for a smaller group, but it's definitely also there. A lot of you are excited about traveling in pile 2. So this year, put all of the unlimited possibilities of, travel, of like where your soul is calling you, where your people, these people that will actually support you and turn this Ace of Cups around so that you can really scoop it up. Well, of course, you're the one who's turning that around, but you get what I'm saying. So the unlimited possibility of traveling and of the people and of the opportunities and of the connection with divine and earth and totems and spirit and finding self, really seeking to understand self, loving self, being in the creation mode of self, and knowing how abundant everything is around you. And when you look to see your intuitive side, and again, the message with the full moon here is coming through. This is a really, they were going to say important and like also, amplified kind of, energy because of the full moon and because it's in Cancer, because it's in communication. So communicating with self and letting that come through, and then knowing, of course, when it's within us, when we know and understand self, then it's always going to be expressed through our heart. It's going to be expressed. You have the throat chakra, and I just put that together, and you have the speechless. So your throat having been blocked or, self-blocked because we just weren't accepting of self or understanding that aspect of ourselves, that, there's nothing negative in that. I am my own sense of unique and crazy and whatever, and I'm just letting it fly. Because when we hold it back, there's so many more lessons there. And it's like, don't we get to a point in life when we're like, okay, I have been through the lessons. I see those lessons. I'm not trying to put them in a box and not see them and, not allow that healing to come up when it comes up. But what else do we want to say here with the throat chakra and holding your voice back? It also feels like holding back your, if you're holding back your voice, if you're holding back your throat chakra, it's like you're also holding back the expression of who you are. So it would be very tied into your solar plexus and to the feeling of knowing worth, knowing that you deserve all of this, and that holding yourself back and holding that part of your voice back to others is doing a disservice, a big disservice to you. But then also this bigger message for a group of you that is here to shift. There is something here to shift away from the negative viewpoints and the negative thoughts and the anxieties and all this stuff that is put into this area. So you guys that are meant for this, you're already going to know it. You're like, oh yeah, I know exactly what she's talking about. I've already had some sort of, intuition about that, thoughts about that, some aspect. And then again, I would say too, that's just coming up. If you are using this speech, do journaling, do some sort of internal communication, again, with the full moon, about being very clear on our communication, especially when it's coming from our emotional point. So this is a beautiful time to celebrate, to really take care of yourself, to understand yourself, to, like the Mother Earth card, like the Empress card. We want to love upon our body. Our body is what gets us through that dark time and into the light. So a lot of the times we're just going through so much, we forget to have that connection with the vessel that is carrying us through, and to, not judge, and to just love upon that. Okay, let me see what other messages are here for pile 2, Spirit. Is there any other messages here for pile 2? Okay, let's just ground for a second. That was a lot of information, and there is a lot of healing and a lot of releasing. So yes, you will continue to heal and release in this, span from now to the 21st especially. But this is a year. This is a year for you to step into this. So, like I told pile 1, I am offering personalized readings that obviously they are a great time for the new year to focus on the energies coming through for you in this new year. Obviously this is a lot of it. And then to get more questions or things discovered in a personalized reading or a meditation that you can play on loop that will help you heal and release. So there are opportunities for you to receive whatever you need to receive. I am here to honor you, to offer that, to hold this space for you, a very loving and gentle space where you can see how beautiful and how colorful and how amazing you are. Okay, so let's just see whatever else is there for pile 2. This is going to be for some of you, and this was a technique that one of my teachers. So when we release cords, we don't actually have to physically touch ourselves, but I am getting the sense that for a big portion of you, that first part until you really feel it and know it and okay, I really am feeling this. Sometimes we just need it to be that okay, I'm cutting cords, I'm letting go of whatever is attached to me, whatever is, somebody else's stuff that's not for my highest and my best. So there is that message for a lot of you in this pile that really just want to, like the fact that it's spell casting, it's a full moon, do more of a ritual, do more of I got chills on that one. So yes, make it more of this is a sacred ritual I'm doing for myself, and I'm creating spells that are magical, that are of the highest and best for myself, and I get to play in that space. So let it be fun and let it be magical and let it, kind of talk to you. But you could do a burning, in the full moon, releasing all this, and then you could really say it out loud and even write it down when you get to that part if you feel like it, of what you are calling in. What is this that you have been working on and planting these seeds and growing into this, and letting it be so, take charge, let it be bold. Let it be, your unique, imaginative, beautiful self, and with the right people, with the right like-minded people coming in that don't have the judgment, that are believing in the unlimited possibilities, that do have all of this, energy within them, that we do take the time, and understand the body and our connection to our soul and everything. So yes, there is so much here for you. And we want to surround ourselves first with our own positive speech, our own positive look at how we look at ourselves. And then these naturally will be the magnet to us. As we see ourselves in that energy, as we are very mindful of our boundaries and what we allow around us, if we're very, if we're practicing the actual releasing so that we can actually call in and be in what we are receiving for our highest and our best, and what is truly, truly abundant for us. We are definitely in a, soul-seeking type of energy right now, coming out into the light, coming out from this birth, like you really are birthing yourself. your true identity is being birthed. So I got big chills on that, being very gentle with yourself. This micro moon is big time for you. And there is so much that you can look at to release. And it doesn't mean that as we look at it, it puts us back into the dark. As we look at it, as we love upon it and bring it into balance, and then let it lovingly release, and let, again, our balance be there. It's still like, whatever was the dark and all, and what is the shadow is still within us, but it's a loving energy and it's accepting energy. And so that was a lot of the message of pile 1 too. So I won't repeat too much of that. If you feel drawn, go listen to pile 1 as well. And pile 2, thank you so much. Again, I'm holding this beautiful divine energy for you so that you can step up and see and birth yourself. And so this, I definitely am calling upon the highest light and angels and team and all that you have that you resonate to, and all that are there for you on the other side, loved ones and guardian angels and spirit guides and all that you can tap into. And you don't even have to tap into it, because I'm doing it for you. And I'm setting the intention for these teams, as I like to call them, that they are going to really be very loud for you, so that you can loudly hear what you need to, and I got big chills on that, what you need to hear, to release, and to own for yourself, and to make that a magical spell, a sacred ritual that you get to explore and have fun with, and expand upon. So any other messages for pile 2? If this resonated for you, I would love if you could leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, or feel like subscribing. I am really putting a lot of beautiful healing energy and love into being here with you on YouTube and to growing this community and channel. So I would absolutely be so grateful for your support in that, and to hear from you, and just to claim who you are and be seen. So I will do that regardless, but I do want you to step up and shine, and be owning who you are, owning this beautiful empress of divine creation, of love, of protection, of guidance, of whatever you're here also to offer. So own this. You are absolutely divine and beautiful, and you deserve to grab onto and reap all that is there for you. So thank you so much, pile 2. I'm just gonna again wrap another loving hug, embrace around your energy, holding you up into the highest light, knowing that teams are going to continue to work on you, knowing that your direct communication with your loved ones on the other side, or guardian angels, and however they show up in your team, that they do speak very loudly. I want you to very clearly and know without a doubt what their messages are for you, that they are trying to be that cheerleader for you and support you and let you know that you are not alone, and that there is so much for you to receive. But let's first start with our body care. Let's first start with finding our true nature and understanding ourselves, letting go of the energy of others, and really celebrating this forward momentum of stepping into who we truly are, and loving that. So, okay. That is all. That is complete. Thank you so much, pile 2, and I hope to see you in the next one. Welcome in pile 3. So pile 3, you have the sacral chakra, and you have the spirit guardian of spring with activation. So the sacral chakra of your creation, of your divine sensuality and sexuality and inner child, and expression of, again, the beautiful creation of playfulness, of being divinely connected, and letting that, show you what is coming through to be activated. So, okay, let's see what other messages. That's the first that I get off the bat. I'm also being brought to this, but we will see what that has to show us. I'm going to do a shuffle. So we're on pile 3, Spirit. We have Spirit Guardian of Spring with activation and the sacral chakra. So let's see, what do we have? Okay, I'll move you over here. So pile 3, Spirit, pile 3, we are on, okay, I've been doing it like this, but we just saw it, so it's okay. We got to peek. Pile 3, pile 3, pile 3. Oh my, lots of cards wants to come out with that, but this one is the one. Okay, good release. Grounding your energy. Okay. Yeah, Spirit is saying that there is just the need for you to feel connected, to feel held, to feel loved upon. So I just want you to breathe into that as I am continuing to go here. Let's see. I'm hearing, yeah, some sadness here, pile 3. Okay. Pile 3, pile 3, pile 3. Are there any other tarot messages for pile 3? Okay. Okay, now we also have the messages with angels, guidance. Try to get you a better shuffle for pile 3, Spirit. Okay. Pile 3. That one wants to come. This one wants to come. Okay, pile 3. Pile 3. So full moon energy. It's January 6, 2023. We are in a new year. And there is full moon energy today. Big releasing, a sadness, a time that was sad, that was melancholy, and accepting that that joy, that happiness is ours, and that it's an okay choice. It's an okay choice to be happy. Being happy and being joyful in life doesn't mean that we are hurting or intentionally hurting those around us who might still be in that space. You're not trying to take away from them or diminish what they need to go through. It's just a matter of it's time for you to step into your joy and activate your joy. Okay, activate, being alive in life, choosing the joy of life, choosing to, do things instead of being stuck and closed off from what is there for you. Okay, let's see. Pile 3, Spirit, pile 3, pile 3. This is spell casting, so fun. Let's see what we have with this energy of the full moon. Okay. Okay, we just want one. Just want one. One more. Okay, and oh my gosh, this come out for every pile. All right, got to peek at that one too. Okay, so we're going to try to fit all of these in, and we still have the shadow deck we want to pull from. So we have pile 3 with the shadow deck. What shadow message is here for pile 3, Spirit, please? Can you? Thank you. And then we also have our moon energy, Spirit. What message is here for pile 3? Nope. What message is here for pile 3? Okay. Okay. And And last deck is our Sacred Geometry deck. And I'm just going to give that a good shuffle too for you, pile 3. Okay. Pile 3. Pile 3, Spirit. Pile 3. Pile 3. Sacred Geometry message. Is this one? Let me just keep shuffling. Sacred Geometry message for pile 3, Spirit. Okay. Okay, yep, that feels good. All right, let's line these up for you. Okay, let's get started with our tarot, and I'll try to line them as I go. Sorry if it's out of whack. But Queen of Pentacles definitely wanted to give us a peek into her, that it feels, again, that this activation, it's coming from the earth. I think that's why it was bringing me to this swan too. So let me keep going. There's something message of connecting deeper with the resources of the earth. So you have the 7 of Cups in reverse. You have the 3 of Swords. That was another one I got a peek into, that I definitely started to tap into the sadness and the feelings that had. The 4 of Pentacles is in reverse. And you have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Spirit, do you want me to keep turning over? Do you want to give me the message and we start there? Let me see. Okay. Yeah, there's a message here. It's bringing me back to these resources of the earth. Are you not seeing all of the options? Are you not seeing all that you have? Yeah, it's like you're being blocked, and you're not able to see what's in front of you. Okay, so are we hoarding? No, we see that you have a lot, but there is something. Okay, I'm going to keep turning over. There's something that I can't put my finger on here, but something to do with not seeing, especially the earthly. Okay, focus was in reverse, and answered prayer and trust. Okay, so these don't really, as I was saying in the last pile, they don't really speak in reverse, but if they did come out that way, I would say to pay attention and see if it resonates with you. Are you feeling a little blocked? Like you've asked for the prayer, and you are maybe not trusting and looking to that focus that you have of yourself to trust in this message coming through for you. See what other messages are here in the spell casting. But I'm getting that there's something that has been like the resources and everything is there for you. But you're somehow not seeing it. Okay, again, we have love. Okay. Psychic abilities. There we go. Okay. Trust. Again, you got trust twice. And the animals. Okay. And then let me just turn over the sacred geometry. Intuition. All right. Now we know where the block is. Now we know where we're slowing things, because that's what this feels like. Is it's not in a smooth flowing in this way that it's turned upside down. It makes me feel like it's gotten very slow, and it's gotten like hard to kind of move through. So it's like Spirit's trying to show you, hey, look, especially with like the little ladders on the imagery here. Like, look, we're trying to bring all this down to you, and we're trying to give you all the healing and, the mystical energy here. Like you have all of this, but you're not seeing it. And then it's like, it's not that, you're, hoarding and not seeing how abundant. It's like, that there's all of that, but for some reason it's slower for you to see it. It feels like I've got to work through this like thick mud. You know how mud, like if you step in it, it like eats your boot or whatever you have. And then you're like, oh, great. Now I'm trying to make my way through mud with no shoe. It's like somehow it like pulled down a little bit and like grabbed on. And it's like, oh, wait, I left behind my boot. So it feels like this resource message of like, you have the resources, you have all of this, but it's like you feel like somehow it got taken away from you, or it was like so hard. It was so hard that it was like too much work. And I'm just turning away from it. I'm turning away from my intuition, from my psychic abilities. I am not trusting that I am receiving the answered prayer. Maybe I'm focusing way too hard. I'm making it so like I'm trapped in my head and I just need to release. Like this Three of Swords is like, just open and release it and let it go and stop trying to see it or understand it in a way that's blocking you from knowing, look at how open it is. Like this is just you with no effort. This is just you. So let this be this easy, and it's, I know it's horrible to say. It's like, it's just as easy as seeing it, feeling it, letting it be you. It's got to be this choice to let go of whatever is telling you otherwise. It's telling you it's hard, it's thick, it's a lot of work. We gotta, get through it. And it's like, no, it's not work. It's right there for you. It's right here. It's like, I want you to see it and touch it and feel it and know it and just be in it, be in that trust, be in that loving space of knowing self, of knowing your divine connection. This is also saying to me, loyal, like you are loyal to self. You are loyal to your divine connection. So let's bring that into the focus and let's turn over your shadow card. So pile 3 is bemused. It's one of those, I can't believe that just happened moments. Find the fun and stop shaking your head. No harm was intended. Okay. So I'm also hearing, sometimes we have like those really crazy, like embarrassing moments like that. Oh my God, I cannot believe that just happened to me moment. But it's like a spirit saying, no harm was really done. And like, find the fun in it, try to find, cause a lot of spirit is like the pranksters and they like to be funny and they like to, because, it's like they have a personality and it usually is reflected with you. And, the way that you kind of operate in the world, that your soul is, yearning to operate kind of in this human existence in the world. So I think a lot of what it is I'm feeling here is that heavy, thick, it's so much work, it's so hard, is because you're taking it too seriously. Like, oh, that's embarrassing. Or, oh, as we learn our intuition, as we tap into our psychic abilities, you're going to have to navigate it because it's all trust. It's all listening to your highest self and just, you're not in your head. You're just in trust. You're in your intuition and you're in, a heart space. You're just open and you're allowing for that to come through you. You're not making it so, tight that you can't let anything come through you. And then, hold on one second. Let's also see what the message is here. Yeah, I find that some of you hear that statement of like, it can be easy to be in your psychic abilities and to be in your intuition and to trust. And you don't like that statement. It feels very, it could make you feel a little angry, a little like kind of feeling to hear that, because there's a part of you that's denying that it is easy. And it's like a part of you is like, nope, it is hard. It is heavy. It, is like the mud that just ate your shoe. And now you're trying to get through the mud with no shoe. It's like, it gives you these crazy things of like, oh my God, this is spirit. This is how this works. This is my intuition. These are my psychic abilities. Like it could feel embarrassing. It could feel like too much. So stop being so heavy in the head and release. Open up know that this is just naturally a part of you. It's naturally a part of you. And it's so much easier when you can just step out of your own way, when you can just heal that part, know that part. And I'm also hearing that it's like, you're really good with, the Queen of Pentacles, and this Four of Pentacles is really showing me that like you're really good with knowing that part. Like you're really good with knowing the material kind of grounding of this life for you. Like, oh yeah, I know that like resources in the material way show up for me. But it's like this other way that you, it's the intuitive way, it's the psychic way, that it's like, it's not necessarily the material goods from the earth, but it might be more of the other, like the ethereal, your emotional, like all the other different aspects of resources of abundance that can come through. You know, you've somehow blocked this and made it harder, and you're not willing to just let it be that answered prayer, that it is that easy just to, you know, say like, okay, let me change my mind. Let me change my brain. Let me flip the script on myself and come into this path that I'm obviously needing to trust. I need to trust who? Myself. Only myself. My intuition, my ability to tap in. And once I start to feel really like, oh, okay, I know this, then maybe it's like I can start to share that and activate that out more into the world. So the self-activation first, and trusting and listening to your higher self and your clairaudience, your clairvoyance, your clairsentience, your claircognizance, all the ways that you receive your intuition. You're either going to feel it and know it and sense it and hear it and see it, you know, so you have all of that. And stop trying so hard, like ease the focus. You know, when they say, when I've been in the classes where they teach you like how to look at auras, it's what they'll say is you kind of squint your eyes so that you're not in that sharp focus. And when you're kind of squinty eye is when you can start to see like, you know, the back of these cards, like the aura, kind of around. So I think here your message is stop making that focus so hard on the fact that it feels so heavy and so much that it's feeling like, it's just hard and it's taking so long. So this is the moon message, and look at that, very divine imagery for you. And this is the waxing gibbous. I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. And there you go. The discernment is, again, it comes from you. You're going to get messages from the outside that are going to, you know, not tell you these things. You're going to hear these things maybe, or you believe these things in some fashion, but it's your higher self, your soul's discernment. So this is to pay attention, you know, use your focus, but pay attention to your own discernment. And then as that matters to you, then we can see where it leads us and where, you know, we express ourselves out. But again, it's interesting because this message is coming up different for your pile. It's come up for every pile, but yours is different because it's speaking more of this loyalty. And remember, it brought me to this kind of swan. It feels like a smaller, like selective kind of niche group, because it's like, I feel like, and I don't know, I'm not a zoologist, but you know, like the swan to me is a smaller group. And this coming through with the dogs are, you know, a smaller group. Then you have like, isn't that almost looks like a owl-ish, and then that's the cat. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, the message I'm getting is more of this dog energy and that swan of like, keep your, yeah, good release. Keep your focus on what is in this higher energy and smaller groups that will help to support these things. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit more energy work on your stomach, your solar plexus kind of energy, and then, this kind of energy color-wise. And then we also have the sacral. So I'm feeling called especially to your solar plexus, which is knowing self, knowing your worth, knowing how magical and how special and everything, and letting that express through all of you, shining that outwardly. And then the sacral is, I get chills on that, is the creative part, the intuitive part, the psychic part of tapping into that like real powerful, the sacral to me feels, like it is our emotions. It is like that, it's like where a lot of women's hormones are, and, all of that, energy where we're creating life and birthing life and everything. So it feels like these two energies for you are very, have an impactful message of loving and accepting, knowing and accepting your discernment, remember, of who you really are, what feels good to you, knowing that it's like, don't take it so serious. Let it be fun. Let it be like the kind of, how can I see the different side of this where it is more joke, fun hearted, lighthearted kind of thing. So can I be like that more in my life is obviously a message of, can I be in my solar plexus, really knowing my worth, knowing who I am, using my discernment, and then letting that creative spark, light up in my sacral. Let that match, let the fire, let that grow in the sacral. Let the spark of the match become the flame. Let the flame expand into the full raging fire within you, and let that fire be expressed outwardly. Because I feel like for you, pile 3, it's not necessarily showing me a whole lot of exactly, where this is going. It's more this message of, you will, again, with your discernment, you will be able to see where your once activated path is leading. But this is the main message with intuition, psychic abilities, trust coming up twice, answered prayer, animals with this divine connection to a intimate, loyal, divine group, and releasing, and expanding. This is like, don't hold on so tight. Don't believe it's so, so serious. And it's not about just, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. Because that is me. Embarrassing, crazy things happen. And I just am like, whatever. I'm just going to accept it and move on. It's, maybe gonna like for a moment, sometimes I like have the little flashes in my head, like, oh dear God, Courtney, I can't believe you. Yep, that's you. But it's me, and I love me, and I accept me, and we need more of that. We need to say that to ourselves over and over and over again so that we can stop making it so damn hard. Okay? It's a very tough love message right there. But you are the Queen of Pentacles. You are activated. You have, I was going to say a very loud message there. You have this within you. You have it within you. If I was standing right in front of you and I could shake your shoulders and say, come on, use your discernment. You see this. I know you see this. You see these things. They're not just for other people. They're for you. They're for you. There is something here. So, that was an energy little tangent I felt coming on. Okay, pile 3. This was a lot of energy. There's, are we complete, Spirit? Is there anything else I can say that could help? I'm just getting open the heart, release, open. You're safe. You're protected in your own little bubble. You're not open to the other energies. Just be open, be loving, be gentle to self. Yes, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes what I say is hard is it's the consistency. The hard is like, because we have to every day wake up and choose it. It's like, I just get the flash of like my child, my son, he's just that, like, I just have to kind of laugh at it and then come at it from a different angle. Like, I just have to accept that it's not always super easy with him, but I ground and I come from a different way, and I come from love because his soul needs it. And we just have to be soft and gentle and loving with ourselves. And if we feel like we're in that, oh my God, it's so hard, it's so heavy, it's so much, it doesn't have to be. And yes, some of the things are going to be heavier. Some of the things are going to be sadder. Some of the things are going to be like confusing and like where we don't see that we have these loyal companions and these tight-knit groups around us. But it's up to us to go, okay, let me look underneath that. Let me see what else I can see here. Is that all of the truth? Is there more truth to this than just that? Can I be in that more? Can I express myself through that more instead of the blocked? So, okay, pile 3, thank you so much for being this open to hear these messages. I know this some was not easy because there is a definite like, nope, we want to turn the other way. We want to see something else. I don't want to see my intuition and my psychic abilities because, sometimes there's a whole multitude of different, things of why, but, so for some of you, it's the different voices and the different things. And for some of you, it's just not accepting that part of self because it's just nothing we've ever known before, or it's just, again, it could be terrifying because it's nothing we've known of ourselves before. And so we can be distorted in the way that we're seeing ourselves because of it. And so, lovingly be gentle with self. Do not judge self. Know that you are absolutely magical and divine, and this is something to step up into. And if you have any difficulty with it, I am always here for extra support. If you want a more personalized reading for the new year, or a personalized meditation that could help with different healing, if you're ready to go all in and go into coaching, all of these things are available. My link is down below. And also, if that's not a step you're ready to do right now, just at least make a comment, hit the like button, let me know that you are here. Let yourself know, more importantly, it's not about me, that you're stepping up into this, that you're claiming this. But if there's anything in the comments, any other ways that I can just, be present to hold that for you. I'm always holding the intention in this space as we do these groups and these readings and so forth. So I will always call upon, as I did, especially as guided in the previous recording as well, when we need to call upon like more teams and so forth. So it's like, you've got this. We're always going to let you know so that you can tap into that feeling of being held and supported and loved upon, and that you have somebody else that's in this other kind of realm that you can't necessarily see and touch, but is there, and that they're very, very loving and helpful, and that they want to continue to guide you, and that you can come together and unite with this part of yourself and this higher realm of support and spirit and guidance and all of the good things. So, okay, let me just see. Yeah, and sometimes spirit really takes me off on a tangent there at the end. So hopefully that was a clear message that came through. But yeah, it's basically to say you are seen. Like, of course, you don't have to, make a comment or hit a like button or whatever. I'm very grateful for that because I get to see you on that side, but you're seen. And I want to be clear with that message. You're seen, especially when you, like the last group got, speechless. So that was the shadow, to speak, to be, you know, to actually own that voice and to say it out loud. So there, you know, is definitely that power in when you reclaim who you are and that voice and be able to, you know, speak from that voice. And so for you to leave a comment is you being able to be in that higher power with yourself, and that claiming of it has nothing to do with, you know, anybody else or me or anything like that. So in the YouTube world, I say, you know, I'd love to see you subscribe if you feel connected to this community, and be here together as we grow and we unite in our energies, because we create bridges of light that way. And I'm just super grateful that you are here and that you are stepping up into this. This is the most important thing. So again, grateful if you do let me know that you're here in some fashion, but this message was definitely more about the voice that needs to be, as you would say something, or as you would put that out there, it's so that the reflection comes back to you. That's the most important thing. So I hope I was clear with that. And, you know, again, we have the fact that we're on this YouTube platform, so I say those things too, but I wanted to be clear in like what that true message was here. So hopefully that came out clear, and I am so grateful for you, regardless of what you do as a subscriber, a thumb, or whatever the heck. I'm just grateful for you. I'm grateful for you to be here in this space, to hear this message for yourself, to honor yourself, and to continue to show up. There's beautiful activation here. So I feel like I could go on a lot more for pile 3, because there's just a lot of like, I just really want to get this energy so you can feel this, so you can tap into this for yourself. So that is there for you. It's possible for you. Keep breathing into it, tapping into your intuition, trusting in that intuition and the divine connection that you have. There is a beautiful activation. You are releasing and allowing space, and you're using your discernment for yourself. So, and not taking it so seriously. So, okay, I hope I did this pile justice. And again, I am holding this beautiful space for you because I know that there is a lot here. And yes, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for helping me channel and offer the support and guidance and love to pile 3. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you again. Welcome, pile 4. This is your pile reflecting pool stillness with the crown chakra. So in the amethyst. So we have a lot of purple, a lot of spiritual ascension. And then you also have the master number 33 on your card. I'm seeing the beautiful reflection of the swan. So it almost looks like she has transformed herself into this, you know, again, the beautiful swan, right? So there's some message about the transformation and the reflection of what you see. So the reflection of, you know, the beautiful white swan, instead of maybe what you're seeing. So, okay, let's see what other messages Spirit has for us with tarot. So, okay, so definitely connected into a really higher ascended master, awakened, a definite spiritual growth and spiritual ascension for you this year, especially this month, and especially with this full moon is what I'm hearing for you, pile 4. So, really been ready for this, stepping into this 2023. You've been really ready for this new moon to really reflect in the full expansion of who you are. Okay. So, yeah, you want me to take that one. Okay. Pile 4. We have one more. Is there one more? Because I could be done. It's up to you, Spirit. One more. Yeah, I think there's one more in here. Okay. And now we're going to pull from our messages with the angels. Give it a really good shuffle. Okay, pile 4, Spirit. Okay, pile 4. A lot of angel messages want to come out. Okay, so a lot of the higher realm. Yeah, I get it. Okay, and okay, all of those want to come together. And then let's pull from our spell casting deck. So let's do pile 4, Spirit. Spell casting for this full moon, this energy of January 6, 2023. The new year is starting. What is pile 4's energy here, Spirit? Okay. Pile 4, Spirit. Pile 4. Pile 4, Spirit. Okay. Not many messages in this deck for you. What here? Okay. Then we have the, sorry, I'm shaking the camera probably. We also have this sacred geometry. So one good shuffle here. Okay, pile 4. Pile 4, Spirit. Ooh, okay, all right. Yeah. Cooperate. Okay. Do we have another one here, Spirit? Is there 2 messages? A sacred geometry. Okay. And we have the shadow. So we want to shuffle this guy. Get these shuffled up first. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Just taking a nice deep breath, grounding our energy. I'm getting the message that we, being in the crown chakra, being in this energy, we could be spending a lot of time up in our higher self in kind of like a daydreaming or a, you're just kind of in that, it's kind of like a daydream. You're in that space with spirit. So you're in a higher, more ethereal, and I'm hearing like we just kind of need to ground our energy. And I'm definitely hearing breathing into your lower back. So breathing into the lower back and just breathing into the spine, almost creating space between your vertebrae, your spine. Okay. Ooh. All right. So letting your body breathe and expand, letting your muscles, your bones, your cells know that they are present with you. They are recharged. Excuse me. Yeah. Ooh, a little bit of releasing here and all the chakras for you. Yeah. Like a Kundalini awakening that you've gone through and that you just could put into your daily or your weekly or the monthly, full moon or a new moon, so that you'd have that reminder of tuning into the body, just, coming down into the body, coming out of the ethers where you get to spend a lot of time with spirit. And one more. And then yes. So grounding and being in the physical body is your exercise, they're saying. So breathing in to every cell, every bone, every muscle, just really expanding because it feels like really, really super tight. So, okay, let me adjust. Okay, so we're going to start with tarot. So we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands, and these two came together. Interesting. We have the 8 of Cups. Okay, getting the theme. The Page of Swords, big time. And the 6 of Wands. Okay. Wow, pile 4. Pile 4, pile 4, pile 4. It's been a long journey. It's been a long, heavy road where we did not have balance. We were overgiving, not receiving, not charging forward. holding ourselves back from taking the fire inspired action that we know. Like there is something here, a message. You are the messenger, or you're receiving the messages of communication. There's something coming through. There's a message that you might need to communicate out to others, and you haven't been in the right balance to be able to share it. So there's, you have, and this came up in pile 1 too. You have this card where you're standing before a whole group of people. So there's definitely a message you have for a group of people, but you haven't been in the right energy of allowing, you're not giving to yourself. So let's see where we could be giving more, or receiving more. Okay, so let's see what's down here in our messy pile. So sorry. Okay, so these are the messages with the angels. Emerging. Interesting. So we have emerging and reflecting. So in the stillness, you're able to see what is emerging and then start to reflect that more out into your actual, like this feels like your physical life, like I'm doing things, I'm showing up, and I'm actually doing it. I'm expressing it. I'm putting it out there. People are seeing it. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We have music. Okay, emerging, music, and then these 3 came together. So we have romance, surrender, and release, which again is full energy of full moon. And look, that is just flowing out. Like imagine your heart open. Your heart is open. Whatever is there that needs to just be released is just pouring through. And then there is this act of surrender. Where is this surrender coming in? Here. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so romance, surrender, and release, and divine timing. Okay. Okay, so we have, let's try to do this, see if that helps to get them all somewhat straightened out. Okay. All right, Spirit, where are you leading us? Where are you leading us? Let's pull these over as well. Okay. Get that out of the way. Happiness, travel, and freedom. Okay, so another pile 1 message. So it's a little bit different for yours. Pile 1's was really the message of, what they're here as the messenger to help with. So let me see, this feels more of a personal. And then you also have create and forgiveness. Yes, the surrender and release, heart chakra, forgiveness. Okay, let's unpack this, Spirit, and let's turn over these as well. So the shadow card coming up for you is annoyed. Voicing your frustrations will provide you with an opportunity to explain the situation in a different way, which could be the very answer they are looking for. Okay. And then with the moon cards, we have that little tiny crescent and another gibbous, I think. So waxing crescent, I seek truth and act upon my realizations. Okay. And then, yes, a waning gibbous. I gather more wisdom each day. So yeah, definitely you are gathering resources, information, wisdom. And the messenger is like what I was saying with the pile 1. Like they definitely had a message that came out with their career and kind of like the soul's mission and so forth. So yours seems that it is, let me get the right wording from Spirit, that there is a message that you have a wisdom within yourself. It definitely feels you aren't listening to the message, within yourself. You're wise, and yet you feel like the page who is more of the novice or the younger, more immature energy. Okay, so let me see, Spirit. Let me see. So Okay, so we've got these. Okay, so explore. Okay, hopefully you can see all of those somewhat. Explore your... Okay, I'm getting the message here with these two. It's like exploring this water is exploring the underneath, right? And so again, with the full moon, it's emotions, it's Cancer, it's looking to that inner feeling, the foundation, the family, the home. Okay. So this card to me is feeling more about looking out upon your horizons, looking into the depth, the water here, your intuition, the reflection of what is there, how you have shifted your perspective, how you have tapped into the higher realm and see yourself differently. And then this is feeling like seeing a different journey, seeing a different path for yourself than what you necessarily saw. So walking away from some sort of path you saw for yourself, stepping into something that feels more new. I'm not so much like, I don't feel like I have a true solid foundation with it yet. It still feels like maybe a newer message of wisdom I have within myself that I'm working through. And then I am standing in that. So it's not this message I feel. And it's like you're sharing it with, you could be, for definitely a group of you. But the overall, the bigger feeling here is not that we're like on stage in front of these people, but we stepped out to just surrender, right? We have that surrender. I'm surrendering. I'm opening up my arms. I'm opening up to the universe. I'm just surrendering and opening up who I am, right? So that's a very vulnerable position. Like your chest is open. You've got your arms outstretched. Like this is a very trusting, open, vulnerable, I am raw, like here I am kind of thing. So, and then there's happiness and freedom in this traveling movement. So this would definitely be traveling and moving you into this happiness and feeling so much more free in your own life is what I'm getting with the messages of these. This has to do with the wisdom to your own life. You might feel like it's something new that you're not like, super, like, again, it's like you might feel like more of the novice, but I'm sensing that the fire within you just catapults you into that next feeling of like, oh, I totally have this. I've got this. I can, absolutely put myself on a stage and open up and share this and, reveal it if I so choose to. But I'm in that like very open heart, forgiveness, I'm open to the world. I'm opening to, create whatever, magic I am here to create. With this Page of Swords right next to the Six of Wands kind of thing. And you've got patience with divine timing. Romance, definitely with the music and emerging, is allowing you to romance yourself. Like give yourself this beautiful cuddle of love. Let music help heal you and put you into this fire energy. And also the reflection of the beauty of who you are, that you can see into the depth, the darkness, and you can see the light. You can see what they're trying to show you. And this feels very like, I know this, I've got this, where, the last pile was like, hadn't really come into the spiritual, full knowingness of self. And this pile 4, you feel like you have walked such a path and such a journey, overgave, did not open yourself up, right? This would be the open to receiving feeling. This was a lot that you went through. It was a journey. It was a time. And it really requires you now to love upon self and be in this knowing of your wisdom, of the depths that you can go, and that it just comes to you so easily. You just know it. You feels are very easily able to tap into what it is that you want to create. Like, you can have your intuition, the wisdom, whatever it is, the divine download, that comes through, and quickly you're like, oh, I see that. I know what I want to create. This Knight of Wands to me is all of the sacral chakra of passion, of creation, of, being in that divine spark. We talked about that in pile 3 too. So you definitely can easily, quickly tap into that. Where we're kind of stuck is this older energy where I was not in balance. I was not open to receive. I was not in this, I'm surrendering and I'm open to absorb and receive. And again, it's knowledge. It's not like the resources. It's not any of that. It's like you've gone through this path. You've gone through a really interesting, trek, a journey to get you here. You've gathered a lot of wisdom along the way, and you have a lot of realizations. So where you are needing to see the opportunities before you in a different way. So voice the frustrations you have, again, we have the purple, sorry for my doggy who's crying. The purple with the spiritual ascension. I mean, all of this is definitely speaking to the fact that your voice, the opportunities, that, when you feel annoyed, how to voice, how to forgive, how to open that heart. So what is this message, Spirit, that we are trying to say here, which could be the very answer that they're looking for? Okay, so I'm getting that this is to, again, seek the truth. And here is like your frustrations when you feel annoyed, when you feel like you just got to voice this frustration, and it will show you a different way to the opportunity, to the resolution. So the answers are there. The answers are there in your emotions, and when you need to speak up, when you need to come through forgiveness and share something. And through that, it gives you more wisdom and realizations. So these are the messages that I have for you, pile 4. Let me just tap in to see if there's anything else that Spirit. Oh, again, travel. Travel was another, message coming up that at the beginning of the year, we're looking forward to our traveling this year. This is definitely saying to me that you're traveling the path of really knowing self and letting that come into your new creations. Coming from a completely different energy where you came before, knowing that you are open to receive and that it is going to be in balance, especially when you are using your wisdom and using those sparks. It's all in divine timing. Be patient, surrender, release, love upon self. Listen to the messages and the music as well, or just allow even like sound healing to help you to travel to, even greater depths. And then, yes, the message overall, 6 of Wands, happiness, freedom, create, Knight of Wands, stillness, all of these. There is a birthing of a creation, of an expression of passion, desire, creation. And it's coming through you stepping into just happiness and freedom, releasing and surrendering all this old energy. It's all divine timing. It was all purposeful. It's all to give us this information and reflection. So, okay, I'm going to end that because the dogs are going to, so sorry, go crazy in a second. But let me just finish. Complete, Spirit. Thank you, pile 4, for being here. I am holding space for you and honoring that you have done beautiful work to see in the depths and to bring in the light and to shine your light and to ascend into your wisdom and your truth and your power when you are one with divine timing and can really, really surrender. So beautiful timing of full moon to surrender and to call in this passion and, create. So I and the emerging, like there is emerging energy here. So there is a lot of new, of growth, of using the information and wisdom and realizations and annoyances that came from the past, being still with it and letting it come through you and move you forward. That there is further ascension and growth, of course, but definitely honoring you. Your team is honoring you. And that you have a message for self, that you are stepping into this beautiful freedom of self, of speaking, of being, of having balance, of making sure that you receive and give in a balanced, for your soul type of way. So thank you so much, Pile 4, for being here. If you resonated with this, if you would enjoy it enough to hit a like or subscribe. As I was saying, in the other piles, I'm just very grateful that this channel is growing and that this community is coming together, that I am here to offer this space of, that's the puppy. That I'm here to offer this space of healing light, of coming together in unity, of seeing each other, of seeing our reflections, of being still with one another. So I am very, very grateful for you being here. And if this resonated with you, and if you want to go a little bit deeper with this, if you want to get a personalized reading, as I was saying too, there's other options. So go ahead and click the link if you're being called to see what you could do further with this. And I will see you again, Pile 4. Thanks so much for being here. And sorry for the doggy noise at the end.